Hey guys, it's your favorite auntie, and I'm here to talk about this nonsense with Kenya Moore from Real Housewives of Atlanta. But first, everything in this video is alleged, it is in my opinion, and it's for entertainment purposes. Now, Kenya Moore hair care, I know good and well you did not do this. You did not have a opening for your beautiful salon to turn around and damage it with some photos of a castmate in an uncompromising position. I refuse to believe it. I just feel, you guys, that there just has to be some mistake. Somebody put this out that's not true. I've been trying to follow it just to see before I speak on it, but from what I'm seeing so far, I definitely think something took place at her salon because there's some audio that leaked. But the audio that I've heard so far, I do hear that she's talking about her castmate Brittany, but there's nothing that has leaked so far that I've heard in which you can hear her talking about showing the pictures or anybody like going like kind of gasping like from seeing pictures. And I am hoping and praying that we don't see this. And here's why. Because, first of all, you may not like Kenya, but you have to recognize the fact that Kenya is a very smart woman. And she has built her career from, coming from her Miss USA, from modeling to acting to producing, and really has just taken her platform from Housewives of Atlanta and really used it to her advantage. And let me tell you something. One thing I like about Kenya is the fact that I like the fact that Kenya does her own thing. And what I mean when I say Kenya does her own thing, I mean that I like the fact that she doesn't seem to try to front for the cameras when it comes to in being in her own lane. Like, she has a lot going on for herself. She does, she did Dancing with the Stars. She's done a couple, reality shows. I can't think of the one reality show that she did with they have like this type of outdoor adventure thing, but you get my point, right? She stays in her own lane with the things that she does, and she doesn't seem to try to emulate other people. She doesn't seem to try to put on a lifestyle that she doesn't live. So because of that, that's why I've always felt like, I like Kenya. I like who she is as a businesswoman. I like the things that she does outside of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I like the fact that, she owns her own home, that she doesn't seem to have to pretend to be somebody that she's not. And although, I know first season she came onto the show and we all questioned whether or not she was dating that guy. But I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about as far as her not having to feel like she's got to do like most of the women in Atlanta and try to pretend to have this fabulous life that you just got all this money and really they don't have it like that. And people like Marlo. So I like the fact that she just does her own thing and stays in her own lane. And she's a smart girl. So I just believe that someone as intelligent as her, clapback queen, would not get so gutter and so low as to degrade another cast member in the way that is being alleged that she did to her castmate Brittany. She is there to celebrate the grand opening of her beautiful salon. And to think that she would ruin that with pictures, alleged pictures of a castmate. I just refuse to believe that. I would have to see that with my very own eyes or hear some audio to that effect. And I'm hoping and praying that I do not. But I will say this, if it is true, the title of my video, which is called the final chapter, I think would absolutely be the final chapter for her. It would be the final chapter for Real Housewives of Atlanta, with her starring on the show. It would be the final chapter of that salon, because who's going to want to visit that salon? It would be the final chapter of future bookings. I think people are not going to want to fool with her, not want to book with her, because that's gutter low. Now, there's been some audio that has already leaked of her talking about her castmate, but I don't know if she's having that discussion in the middle of her, you know, grand opening salon speech, or if this is just kind of like, after everyone leaves and it's just me and the cast and we're having this conversation. Either way, it shouldn't have been brought up to begin with. You shouldn't be speaking of another castmate that's not there in the way that I heard she was speaking of her at your grand opening. You're there to celebrate what you have done. The accomplishment of opening up a luxurious salon in Atlanta. And I've seen some video of it and it looks really, really nice. So I just want to believe that this allegation of her showing pictures of her castmate in this uncompromising way would not be something that she would do. Now I know she's been known to do some things. We know what happened between her and Portia. I get that. We know she's interrupted Marlo's event with her drum line, Kenya Moore hair care. Okay, that was some tomfoolery. I know that she showed up at an event wearing, y'all remember that when she showed up at an event wearing some crazy lingerie looking outfit with all of her cheeks out. Yeah, that was a whole mess. I couldn't believe she showed up like that. So I know she's crazy. She's capable of doing some crazy things, but this is different. I just don't want to believe that she would be capable of doing something so gutter, something that would get her fired from the show and people not wanting to work with her. I just think she's smarter than that. So I'm going to say this right here and now on my platform that I don't believe that is true. I don't believe that she would be a part of some revenge P. I think she's got to be too smart for that. But if I am wrong, I will come back and say that. And like I said, I won't fool with her. I'm like, girl, no, not like I know her personally anyway like that. But I'm just saying, like, I just can't rock with somebody like that. And I wouldn't support anything that she does if it turns out to be true, because that's just low of the lowest. Okay. You guys let me know your opinions about this. Do you believe it's true? Do you believe that Kenya would she would do something that as gutter as this? So drop it down in the comments and let me know. If you are not a subscriber to the channel, please consider doing so. Be sure to hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. Talk to you guys on the next video.